All right. Hey, gonna wait until see we get somebody on here. It's Deal Friday, you guys. Deal Friday deal story. So I'm just waiting for everyone to get wait until we get someone on here. Let me see. Got my screen down. Still haven't got anybody yet. All right, we got one person. Happy Friday. We got two people. Happy Friday. You guys comment. Let me know. Let me know where you're coming in. Jen, howdy. How's it going? Happy Friday. Truth and downfall. We're live. I'm back. Sounds great, you guys. Hey, thank you so much for taking your guys' time on your Friday morning and join me on this live stream. I really appreciate it, you guys. Thank you so much. But I got about 30 minutes, so let's jump right into it. We got 3 people right now. You guys, you know what? I always wondering where you guys are from. So drop me a comment. Let me know where you're from. Next Friday, talk about the... Okay, I can do that, the 212K. Yes, I can certainly do that, Jen. Also, too, is let me know where you guys are coming in from. And also, too, is... do you guys like the interview? Have you guys watched the interview yesterday? South Korea. Wow. I think my wife and I went to Seoul, Korea, about 2 years ago. It's freezing. Switzerland. Nice. Nimi, how's it going? Shout out from Atlanta. That's right. Let me know how you guys did. What do you guys think about the interview yesterday that I did with Brian Harris? The guy's the guy's awesome. I really enjoy. I really like him. But I've got you guys commenting saying that I should reach out to a couple people, which I will. One of them is I actually already messaged them already. Ty, aka the Flip Man, and then also too is Grant Cardone. So, if you don't ask, the answer is always no. So I reach out to them anyway. Like I said, if you guys drop me a comment, let me know who you guys think that I should interview next. I'll do my best and just reach out to them and see if we can get them on board. So we got 4 people already, so let's get started. Also, too, is would you guys be interested? Uncle G, that guy's so funny, but such an inspirational guy. Love Uncle G. Hey, also too is would you guys be interested if I upload a video? I was actually just chatting with the wife yesterday, and she has a video of us going to our first seminar when we first got into real estate. I was watching, you guys, it's hilarious. I was watching it and I didn't know what the heck I was saying, but she has a video of it. If you guys like it, comment and let me know. Yes, okay. So comment and let me know if you guys want me to. I can upload it. Just a short clip. Share with you guys how silly and how funny we were in that seminars. Okay, I'll do it. And so here goes, you guys. Friday deal stories, where I come to you guys every single Friday. I do the best I can at 10 a.m. Pacific, sharing with you guys deal that we did in the past, deal that we currently have done. So these are deals that we already closed on, all right? So this deal here, as you can see, I got the check. We got the check here for $46,502, and 5,000 or 6,000 of these as go to the realtor. The realtor is the one that brought us the buyer. So first of all, let me share with you how we got the deal. We found the deal. This one is through expired listing. Now you guys got to understand every single thing that I share and teach you guys in my channel, you guys, I'm actually doing it. I'm not just saying it just to get you guys but I actually do it. I don't just tell you guys stuff that I didn't do. I actually do them, all right? So this one come off from expired listing. We pull all the expired listings since 2 years ago, right? 2-3 years ago, we pull all that expired listing, and then I end up sending them all letters, all right? Just blankly saying, hi, my name is whatever it is, either your name or a company name. But I typically go with your name, right? It's more personal. So I typically like, hi, my name is Khang. I'm interested in buying your property located at blah, blah, blah. I can pay cash and close quickly. Please give me a call. That's all I do. I send it out. And now you got to understand, these are expired listing. Now, expired listing is that I shared with you guys already. These are sellers that put their property on the market and it doesn't sell, and they took it off the market for for whatever reason, right? They took it off the market, and now they're more motivated to sell if they are ready to sell. So send them the letters, and you got to understand that 2 or 3 years back, you know, and I figured that these now are in our market. It has to appreciate so much. So whatever they had it listed before, right? So he had it listed for $199. So right, and I figured, so that was 2-3 years before. And when I initially pulled up and sent him a letter, it's probably already in that conditions worth about $215 to $220. All right, you guys. So right there, I figure, hey, if he's willing to say, hey, I'm gonna sell it at $199 again, then I start working my negotiation at that price. Okay. So that was my initial when we do expired listing, is because it has appreciated and some sellers are not aware of the appreciation. And then when they list it at that price, maybe that's the number that they lock in. That's what they kind of need to get, etc. Okay. So I sent her the letter, and this gentleman called me back. And you guys, this deal took us almost a year, and I'll share with you why it took us almost a year. So he calls us back and say, hey, I got one of your letter. Yes, I'm interested in selling my property. You know, I'm looking to retire and move to, he's looking to retire and move to like Arizona or something, somewhere very, very secluded in Arizona. So so we kind of went through with him. I said, hey, it seems like you had it listed, you know, 2-3 years ago for this price. You know, what are you looking to sell now? Obviously, I go through the whole thing. You know, what if there's no real estate commissions or closing costs you have to pay? You know, we're willing to buy it as is, etc. And this is what he told me. He said, well, Khang, you know, I am interested in selling right now. I am looking to retire. You know, I will be retiring within the next year or so, and it would be nice. You know, it would be nice if I have a buyer that is interested in right now, but I'm not ready to sell. So he said he's not like 100% ready, but he would like to sell, right? But he just not ready to sell and then have to move out within the next 30 or 60 or 90 days. He's just not ready. He would like to stay in the house. And this is what I told him. I said, not a problem. We can certainly do that. So what it is I said, what his name is, and I am prepared this time. So I pulled, let me see here. Hold on a second. Okay. Oh, so his name, here's the purchase and sale agreement. So his name is Doug. And I said, Doug, not a problem at all. I said, Doug, what we can do, I just look at expired listing on my, yeah. So he said, hey R, what's up? Yep, I have message and got Ty, aka the Flip Man, already to interview him. Okay. So, anyways, so I told him, I said, hey Doug, this is what we're gonna do. What it is we can come to an agreement on a price right now that works for you and for us. All right. If we can come to an agreement, and we'll set the closing date to whenever you want. All right. I said we can set the closing date to whenever you want. So whether that's 6 months out, 7 months out, whatever date it is. And you guys, so basically he just went, wow, you guys can do that. I said, absolutely, we can do that. I said, yes, Doug, we can absolutely do that. Our goal is to make it a win-win, make it so it's hassle-free and it's easy for you. We want to work with you and make it a win-win for everybody. So he said, Khang, that would be perfect if you guys can do that. You know, we can talk about the price now, but I don't want to, sorry about you guys. I'm sorry about that. I got an incoming call. An agent was trying to call me. We're actually talking on about another deal. But anyways, so I'm back. Are you guys there? So anyways, I'm going to keep going. So he calls. So he said, Khang, that would be so great. I want to be able to just, once I retire and I quit my job, I just want to know that I can just take off. And that's exactly how I set up the deal. I set it up where, so let me see here. You guys, this deal here, I tied it up on, we tied up July 13, 2016, and we didn't close on it until like April or May. So I said, Doug, not a problem. So we start negotiating, we start talking. We came to an agreement on the price. I lock it up for $130,000. When he was on the phone, what he wanted was $175. All right, $175. And you guys, I go through and tell him all the perks that we're doing. Hey, we're buying the property in an as-is condition, Doug. You don't have to do any repair. You don't have to do any work. We're even willing to work with you on your closing date. Since we are going to pay cash, can you help us out? And then he went from 175, down to like 150. Then I keep on asking him the next question. Hey, Doug, we're going to take care of all your closing costs and fee. We'll pay for all the excise tax, all the transfer tax, all the title insurance. You don't have to worry about all this hidden fee, right? Hey, Mal, welcome, buddy. Hey, Brett, welcome, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. So pretty much that's what I told him. I told him all the perks. I said, hey, we pay for all the closing costs. So I said, hey, Doug, whatever price we agreed upon, that would be the net amount that you're going to walk away with at closing. That's not a penny less, so you don't have to worry about all this hidden fees. And then so he just came down, right? He came down to 140. He said, Khang, I can't go any lower. I can't go any lower than this. And obviously I'm going to, and then I ask him and then I present him, hey, how's it going? I can't pronounce your name. So this is Carr. All right, Carr, sounds great. So I pretty much present him with an offer, and I said, hey, Doug, would you consider 125? And then he said, no, Khang, I can't do 125. So we went back and forth, and I said, well, you know what, Doug, the absolute best that we can do for you, and with everything that we are going to provide for you, on the closing date for you, when you do move, you take whatever you want with you. Whatever you don't want, you can just leave it behind. You don't have to worry about it. We don't want to stress you out or anything like that. We want to make this as easy for you, Doug, as possible, and being able to create a win-win for everybody. And so anyways, we came to an agreement of 130. All right, we came to an agreement of 130. I spent about half an hour or so with him, half an hour or 45 minutes. So we came to an agreement 130. I lock it up. I send the agreement, you guys. I send it into the title company. Drop off, put in the earnest money, and then obviously we don't close until next year. That gives me about 9 months or so. But I really didn't send this out to a buyer until about 2 or 3 months before I know that, hey, it's getting closer, it's time. Because at the price of 130, you guys, this probably already worth as is, just sitting like it is, probably already at like 210 or so. So I figure, and in that market, and it seems like our market was just keep on going up. So even if it goes into like 2017, and if the market stayed the same or the market goes down, you guys, I knew that at 130, it's a good price, unless the market tanked like 50%. So we lock it up, and then 2-3 months in, I knew that I was going to find a buyer for this. It's such a great deal. So we sent it out to our buyer for 180. And we told our buyers that, hey, you're going to pay for all the closing costs. So we end up doing a double closing on this deal because of the spread. The spread was about 50,000. So we did a double closing on this one. And so we got the deal. We sent it out to all of our buyers. And I think within 3 to 4 days, one of the agents that we have worked with contacted me and said, hey, Khang, I got a buyer here. He did the drive-by. He loves it. He's very interested in it. It'll be a quick cosmetic flip for him. So he said, well, so what is it going to take for us to move forward and do this deal? I said, well, you know what? Let me know the day and time that he's available. I'm going to set up the inspection walkthrough. And I told him, like I tell you guys in every single one, it's a one-time walkthrough inspections. Bring his contractor, his inspector, bring anybody he needs to bring with him. But he's going to go in this property one time, and he's not going to go back in there again. And the agent has done deal with us. He understand that. He explained it to his buyer. His buyer was ready to go. Set up, I think within like the next day or two, we set up the walkthrough inspections. He came back, gave us an answer within like an hour or two and said, hey, Khang, I'm ready to do it. So I sent him over another purchase and sale agreement. Since we're doing a double closing, I sent over another purchase and sale agreement between us and the end buyer for $180,000, with that buyer paying for all the closing costs. So we are now paying for all the closing costs. It seems like someone's birthday. So anyways, so basically we're paying for all the seller closing costs. So I only have to worry about paying for all the seller closing costs. And that's typically right around 3%, right? So when you guys do a double closing and you're offered to pay for all the closing costs, maybe it's different in every state, but roughly between that 2% or 3% or so. So, and now the buyer is paying for all of our closing costs. So I didn't have to worry about on our end, having to pay our seller closing costs. So we didn't have to pay the excise tax or any of that twice, okay? So, and that's pretty much it, minus all the closing costs and fee. It came to that 46. Then I have to pay the agents that brought the buyer 6,000, and that leaves us with 40. But that's pretty much, you guys. That's how we got this deal. That's how we got this deal, and you guys, the buyer was okay with, so within like 2-3 months, I sent it out. The buyer was okay with, hey, having it closed, 2 months out. The buyer was okay with that. So I know some buyers think it's, there's buyers that say, hey, maybe that's too long or whatever, but this buyer was okay with it. Let me know if you guys have any questions. That's pretty much this Deal Friday story. If you guys have any question about anything else, you guys drop me a comment and let me know. This is your guys' time. I try to answer you guys, try to answer any questions that I can. So drop me a comment, you guys. Let me know what else would you like to know. Let me see here. Just want to see. Yeah, it's a really good deal. The property doesn't need a whole lot of work. It probably doesn't need a whole lot of work, just paint, carpet, exterior interior paint, and some carpet. Would you wholesale a property with foundation issue? Yes, absolutely. As long as the price is right. So you gotta take in consideration how much is the foundation is going to cost to fix it up, and it's all about the end buyer. And I'm sure that if the price is right too, and if you find that right buyer that are willing to buy it, you can. I mean, we have sold property where where the price is good, but the buyer wasn't right. All right, the price was good, but the buyer was so scared to take on that kind of rehab. So it also depends on buyers. There's some buyers say, hey, the price is great, but you know what? I have never dealt with foundation before, and they just want to take on. But yes, foundation issue, any issue, there's different types of buyers out there. So I'm sure you'll be able to, if the price is good enough, you'll be able to find somebody. What wholesale course would you recommend? Did you ever buy any courses? So we went to seminars, and I guess we did buy a real estate course. And we first came across a book. It's called How Come That It Is Rich and I'm Not. And in that book, it tells us, it kind of tells you everything about real estate, from buying and building wealth, fix and flip, wholesaling, how you can make money, quick wholesale, all of that. And that really trigger, and that really, amp you up and inspire you. And we went and we paid for the seminars, and we got his courses, all the DVDs, and you name it. But yeah. Hey Ramen, what's up? King Kong. Yeah, buddy. So yeah, I mean, yes, we do have the course, but I never really, I really never really actually, I watched, when I first started out learning real estate, I actually watched watch a lot of YouTube channel. And when I watch something, and then when it clicked or something, it just clicked, and then I just go and do it. All those DVD that I got from the course, I probably never even really watch it. I just watch him on the YouTube channel. But he got a whole package of all the purchase and sell agreement, all the lease options, and I don't read any of those because I hate reading, right? So I don't read any of them. But basically, you guys, for those of you who, and I was gonna do another video for those of you who are just starting out and trying to get your wholesale deal. Okay, I'm gonna make it really simple for you guys. Basically, a lot of times, and I'm just going to share with you guys my experience when I first started out, okay? So for those of you who haven't done a wholesale deal before, for some of you, you guys overanalyze. You guys, first of all, step 1 is not done. You guys going on step 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. And when I was in the seminars, this guru, the guy said, Khang, 1 step at a time. But I was like, what do you mean 1 step at a time, man? I got so many things I have to worry about. What do you mean? And I was saying, it's easy for you to say that because you probably know it. So anyways, but what I'm sharing with you guys right now is this is exactly what you need to have. And and just don't overanalyze, and just don't watch any more a video and then have it complicate. Okay, and here it is. One, and I'm not going to get into the whole mindset thing. I'm just going to give you guys the mechanic, okay? Because I'm sure when you watched that interview yesterday, that's all the mindset that you need. So one, have a purchase and sell agreement and the assignment agreement ready. Two, find that title company that is investor friendly, that know how to do these kind of transaction. And if you guys watch, if you guys watch some of my other video, I share with you how to find these title company. Best way, go to your local RIA group, Google it up, go to your local RIA group, find other wholesaler or investor that have already used these title company, that has already done successfully closed on these kind of transaction. Okay, so one purchase and sell agreement and assignment agreement. That's where I'm at. This is really nothing else to watch. Just time to do it. Yes. So you guys, consistent marketing strategy, letter, postcard, online marketing, meta sign. Yes. So basically what it is once you guys, so I'm going to give you guys this, and then I'm going to talk about scaling up. So what it is so second is, that's what you need, a title company. All right, you guys. So you have your purchase and sell agreement. You have a title company. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to find marketing. You're going to do marketing. Now you got to know where you're at. Do you have the funds to do this? I mean, do you have the funds to pay for pay marketing, or do you have to do it the free way? All right, you guys. If you have the money for marketing, if I were you, I would put the money into marketing instead of trying to do the free way. All right. And then you guys can go. And so basically what I mean by that is, if you have the money, don't worry about having to go door knocking. Don't worry about, you drive for dollars, because if you have the funds to do it, all you do is pick a good marketing, go to one of them, go big printing, send out letters, send out postcard. All right. I mean, obviously, if you have the time, if you have the time to do everything, yes, you can. But I'm just trying to say that if you do have the money, then I would just pick out some of the pay marketing way and send out marketing. All right. But if you don't have it, you just have to do the free way. You guys, so when you have the purchase and sell agreement, when you have the assignment agreement, when you have that title company all lined up, just focus on now just finding that deal. Find that deal. So find a marketing channel, and then just go at expired listing. You guys, it's a very, very good way. We have found multiple off of expired listing, but find your marketing channel and just start pounding, you guys. Just start hustling, right? Just start working, start grinding. And then once you got that motivated seller, okay, at that time you now want to be able to lock that property up on the contract. So basically what I'm trying, once you've got the purchase and sell agreement, the assignment agreement, and the title company, what I would do is I would put all my attention on, one is marketing, right? Two is learn how to talk to seller. That's it. I wouldn't go out there and I wouldn't, trying to look for the best way to market, trying to scale up, do anything else, but listen and get tips on how to talk to seller. You guys, I've lost so much deal when I first started out because I didn't know how to talk to seller. I didn't know how to ask the right questions. I even come across motivated seller, but I didn't even know how to lock it up. All right, you guys. So once you have all that, then just work on, right? Spend some time working on listening. Go to other people's, channel, or find a good script, or find a good script online, and then just study that script. And obviously, too, just study that script. Just study that script, practice it, find a friend or family, practice that with them until you get really comfortable. But I promise you, when you get on that live call with that seller, it's not going to be perfect. You're going to stutter. You're going to stutter. You're going to be lost and confused of what to say. But basically, that script kind of gives you a platform of kind of what question to ask and things like that. But if once you get good at it, I promise you, you'll be able to take down deals way better then obviously then if you don't know what to say, right, you can potentially convert those or not super motivated into motivated seller. So practice asking the right question, talking to seller, you guys, is very, very important. So I mean, if I were to go back, that's exactly what I would do. I would just, get that ready, find a title company, and then just spending my time listening to how to talk to seller, etc. And obviously, figure out, do I have the money to market, or do I have to go door knocking, drive for dollars, just sitting there calling, pounding the phone, right? So figure out what's your marketing channel for where you're at, okay? You guys, any other question? And if for those of you who's looking to scale up, you guys, and I actually had, so basically when I first started out, obviously I went through kind of like this. I went through where I got deals, and then I got deals, and then this month I got no deals, and then this month I got deals, and then no deal. For those of you who want to scale up, you guys pick whatever marketing channel that's working for you, and and then just add more money. Agree. Knowing what to say is yes, you guys, knowing what to say is very important. So if you guys wanted to scale up, all you need to do is figure out what marketing channels work for you, figure out your budget, and then just multiply it. So if you're spending $1,000 a month, hey Raul, how's it going? Raul, I guess, do you go through a lawyer to get the contract and the assignment agreement? No, the purchase and sale agreement is actually, I got it through my mentor, and then throughout the time, we kind of have our title company look at it and did a little bit changes to make it work in our states. But yeah, I actually got that purchase and sale agreement from my mentor. And when I first started out, guys, that was kind of that was the one thing that kind of hold me back was I was sorry about that. Sorry for the incoming call. What do we do in Seattle? So every Friday or so, my wife and I, so basically that's where we do our closing. We go there to pick our checks. We go there and we eat and just have fun. Celebrate the closing. So yeah, every single Friday. That's just kind of our routine. That's just kind of what we do. But yeah, we don't go to Seattle on any other day. Friday is the day that we go, because this Friday is typically, that's the day where I set the closing, and we go there to pick up a checks. But today we're taking her brother and sister to go get them a car. They're gonna buy themselves a car. But anyways, you guys, for you guys to scale up, just pick whatever marketing that's working for you, and then just multiply it. So if you're spending $1,000 right now, and just spend $2,000, right? So you're spending $1,000 now, spend $2,000, and I promise you. And also too is, you guys, and the thing, and also too is when I was trying to level up, I was having a hard time being consistent. Getting that monthly consistent deals, or consistent closing, or consistent income in my wholesaling, because my marketing wasn't consistent enough. I was sending it out once a month or once every 2 weeks. You guys want to make sure you send out your marketing every single week, once a week. So if you have $1,000, break it up into 4 weeks, and then send out your marketing every single week. You want your marketing to hit these sellers every single week, so that way you have consistent phone call, consistent leads coming in every single week. So right, that was one of the mistakes that I've made, is that we spent, once we start getting to that $5,000 a month, we just send it out on the first. I'll get a couple phone call coming in for like 2 weeks, like a bunch of them comes in where I couldn't even handle them. I was losing track of them, and things like that. So I couldn't even handle it. And then, and then 2 weeks go by, my phone was dead. No calls, no nothing. Right, and then 3 weeks later, the calls come in again, and it'll stop for 2-3 weeks. That's because my marketing wasn't consistent. So if you guys want to stay, hey Jack, how's it going? When you secure a deal, do you market your deal or market the property? So basically, Khang, do you ever use skip tracing to reach homeowner? Yes, we do. So basically, so to answer your questions, so typically what it is that people say you market the contract, but you're pretty much marketing the property. You're just telling the people that you're assigning it that you're not, you know, you're telling your buyer that you are that you're assigning or you're wholesaling the deal, but obviously when you market, you're marketing the property. And I know that people said, you know, you can't say you're marketing the property, you're marketing the contract. Well, to me, it's kind of the same, right? You're putting the property address on there. You're putting pictures, etc. To your buyers. So I really don't know what's the difference between marketing the contract or marketing the property. Basically, you just let them know that, hey, you got the property under contract, and here's the contract, and here's the property, and here's the pictures, and here's the address, and here's what we want for, you know, for us to assign this over to you. You know, for you to buy this property, this is how much we're gonna assign it or wholesale it over to you. So hopefully I didn't confuse you. But I know that, like in my states too, when people, when you post on the local RIA or the local REIPs, you can't say that, hey, here's a property for sale. You gotta say, hey, I have an assignment, a contract for sale, or hey, I have a wholesale deal available. You can't not say, hey, I have a property for sale, because you don't own the property yet. So that might cost, you know, that's some legal issue there. So yeah, I mean, if that's your question, then yes, you would say, hey, you know, we have a property looking to wholesale, looking for cash buyer, right? So you can say that, hey, we're looking, or I have a property under contract looking to assign. Do you take the purchase and sale agreement and assignment contract to the title company at the same time? Raymond, so here's what it is. So once you got a property lock up under contract with the seller, oh gosh, when you're making an offer to the seller, do you ask for a half or a full seller number or half ARV? Oh gosh. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm a slow reader and a bad reader too. So once you have the purchase and sale agreement between you and the seller, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take that to your title company. Now don't worry, when I first started, I was scared. I wanted to hold on to that purchase and sale agreement because I was afraid if I can't close on it, at least it's not going to a title company, so nobody knows. I can just tell the seller, hey, the deal's not gonna go through, right? But it's okay. In the purchase and sale agreement, it should protect you, and it should allow you a contingent period, the inspection period, so that way if you can't, for some reason, figure out how to find a buyer or close on it, you'll be able to pull out, okay? So once you have that tied up, go ahead and bring to that title company with your earnest money. Now, the earnest money is really up to you. In our agreement, it allows us or anybody to hold on to our agreement, or I mean, our earnest money. So, so typically we can deposit it or we can hold it until, a couple days before closing. Then our title company is saying, hey, Khang, we haven't received the earnest money from you. And then that's when we can, saying, okay, not a problem. We'll wire in the earnest money. But if I were you, it's okay. Go ahead and drop off the earnest money to the title company. Now, you got to understand this is that if money hasn't been received, then the contract between you and the seller is not legit. All right. So if the seller is saying, hey, you know what, they want to back out or whatever it is, and you haven't deposited the earnest money yet, it technically is not, it's not legally binding. All right. So they're not legally binding to you and you're not legally binding to them, if that makes sense. So, but most sellers, obviously once, most sellers, I would say 90%, 95% of the time, our seller really once they sign it, we send it, we basically, we reassure them. So a lot of times, I put the earnest money up front first, or I don't. So, but yes, I would just send it in. And then if you want to put down your earnest money or not, I guess that's up to you. And then after that, you wholesale. And then after that, you market, try to find your buyers. Once you and your buyer has agreed, the buyer has agreed to buy it, you set up the purchase and sale agreement or the assignment agreement. Then you take that now, send it to your title company, and then they will do the whole paperwork on closing the deal, all right? So, and what I want you to understand too is that, let's just say if your closing date was 30 days, let's just say if it's 60 days out, so the contract between you and the seller is 60 days out to close on it, and you found the buyer within 2 weeks, don't wait. That's another mistake I made, because I didn't know that you can tell the buyer, hey, You're ready to close on it. All right, boom. We're gonna close on it in 7 days. Even though your agreement with the seller is 2 months out, it's okay. As long as the seller is okay with it to close, then it's okay. Don't have to wait. Don't have to wait with the buyer to close on that day that you agree with the seller. You can close it on it as soon as the buyer's good to go, as soon as the seller is good to go. So I typically, so what it is what you put the agreement between you and the seller. You want to get as much time as you can with that seller so that you can have time to market it, to find a buyer. Once you found a buyer, you want that time to be as short as possible to close. All right, because you don't want anything to go wrong. You guys, nothing is done deal until you get that check in your hand. So you want that time period between you and your end buyer, boom, to be as short as possible. 3 days, 7 days, however much time that they say they can close. You want to gap it in, all right? And all you do is you just tell the seller, hey, you know what? We did everything. We're ready to go already. Are you guys ready to close? All right. So you just ask them that. Now, and another thing that I was sharing with you guys is I always tell you guys, represent the company instead of yourself. And I know some of you have commented and said, well, Khang, what if I don't have an LLC? Well, just make up a name. Just make up a name. If you do want to get an LLC set up, go to LegalZoom.com. I think it's like $200 or so, $250 or so. But for some of you, that could be a lot of money. So if you don't, it's okay. Are you buying or assigning? Are you buying or assigning? You mean, Jin, you mean like on this deal here? We did, I'm not sure what you're asking. We did a double closing on that one. So for those of you who, let's just say, you don't have the funds to set up your LLC, you guys just make up a name. Most seller, okay, start a Facebook page, start a, go to Investor Carrot, sign up for Investor Carrot. I think it's like $50 a month for their website, right? And you have your website, you have a Facebook page. Most seller, you guys just saying, oh, what company you work for? Boom, they just Google and that's it. They don't ask for your LLC, they don't ask for anything, right? They don't ask for any of that. Okay, because basically your goal is to assign it anyway, so you're not gonna take title. So just make a name, right? Whatever company name that you want, all right, just go ahead and say, hey, I work for this company, and I'll tell you the reason why. So when I was representing myself, and then I have a buyer comes in, and the buyer wants to take title in their name. And when I tell the seller, I said, hey, you know what? We're gonna have, I'm gonna have my Jack take title, right? Or I'm telling my partner to take title, and at that time I was so worried. I would say, you know what? I tell all of my buyers, hey, it's best if you guys put it in an LLC. It's easier for me to tell the seller because it's weird if I had it in my name and then now it's go to your name. And I think that's kind of all in my head. But what it is once you represent a company, you guys, you just tell them, like, we're about to do a closing on this one. Hey, I said Sean and Rebecca, our CEO, they're gonna take title. On the closing, and that's just for our bookkeeping, for accounting, and for tax purposes. And if it's a different LLC, just saying, hey, our company does have multiple LLC. We're gonna take it as this one but I don't know bank do. So that's what I tell them. Hey, we're gonna take title as this company name or that company name, and it's just a lot easier too when you negotiate and talk to seller when you don't represent yourself. So okay, so talking about bank-owned property. So bank-owned property typically don't allow you to assign. Jin, that is correct. Typically, bank-owned property don't allow you to assign. So you have to close on it. You have to close on it yourself, and then you have to sell it. So you actually have to close on it yourself, and then go and sell it. They don't allow you to assign it. But anyways, most of my deals, you guys, I don't get them through like bank-owned or anything like that. I deal directly with homeowners. And if once you guys have learned that skill set on being able to find deals directly from homeowners, it's absolutely the best skill set to have. It's because I was talking to investors. I was out in Seattle, and all he does is go to auctions and going on foreclosure and hitting all the foreclosure and short sale and auction. You guys, there are deals there, but I'm just saying, and he didn't know how to talk to seller. He didn't know how to market to find these sellers. Man, when the market, I was actually just talking to him like 6 or 7 months ago. He said, Khang, I went for 7 or 8 months. I haven't done a single rehab because he doesn't know how to go out there and generate and find deals directly from homeowner. He doesn't know how to market. He doesn't know how to talk to them. So he doesn't know. All he knows is, when the market was tanking 08, 09, that's all he does. He goes to the courthouse steps and that's where he buys them, or he contacts the agents and put in all the offer on short sale and short sale pre-foreclosure or foreclosure. He doesn't know how to go out there and generate his own deal. So you guys have got to be able to adapt, right? And then he just couldn't adapt, and now he's just trying to figure things out, how he can generate deal directly, learn how to market and talking to seller and trying to find deal that way, because the deal the other way was already drying up. All right, you guys, that's it. I think I'm gonna wrap it up. If you guys have any last questions, drop me a comment, let me know now. I want to say thank you so much to every single one of you who take your time out of your day to join me in this live call, this live stream. I really, really, truly appreciate it. Terry, how's it going? Anyone here buys in? Okay. How's it going, buddy? So thank you so much, you guys, for taking the time out of your day to join me on this live stream. Come to me next Friday, every single Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific. Have any JV deals for my birthday? Happy birthday, Mel. Happy birthday, buddy. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. You guys have a wonderful weekend. And you guys, I'm having another video come out that I'm going to share with you guys. That I'm going to ask you guys, what is your goal for 2018? And I will break down step by step how we're going to have you guys crush it and make money in wholesaling next year. Tell me what's your goal, and I'll break it down, tell you guys exactly how I did it so you guys can do it too. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. So now I got to figure out how to turn this off.